this is where I really didn't live here.
You did not live here?
I visited. After I graduated from high school, my mother and Dad moved here, and Dad worked on the railroad a while, and Mother then lived here for several years.
Until she lived with us.
Until she came and lived with us.
And then Noni lived here when?
All the time after your daddy died.
Right. Oh, jeepers.
You're always advertising.
We have it on film, people.
This is where I proposed to her several times.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it took more than once, Dad.
Oh, yes. And we got married here.
And you got married here.
Yep. Yeah, we did.
All right.
It's very run down. It was not in this condition when we lived
Okay.
here. This side?
Yeah, Brandon, you want to stand with her?
Turn the car. Helen, but you never knew her.
I never knew her.
Okay.
No.
You know, wait a minute. You didn't know her because she wasn't too nice. No, you didn't know her.
No.
Okay.
You
So
maybe
his second wife was not as great as the first.
You knew the first one, probably.
So
Uncle
who's-
Herschel and Aunt somebody.
So
Hey,
who's
Mom, we're going
this?
to do a brief reprise because Kathy's videotaping, we think.
This
Why don't you
is-
just stand there, Mom?
This is my mom and my dad. Um, 1949. It wasn't. I didn't remember the year that he died.
Okay.
This is my grandfather.
Left. No, there's
Your
no
grandfather,
So it'd be Daisy's father.
Daisy's dad,
Daisy's father.
Grandma's,
Okay.
my grandma's dad, and his wife,
And his wife.
and his wife. Okay.
And who is Helen, wife of Herschel?
Now that was Grandma's. Herschel was Grandma's brother, and that was his wife, Helen.
Grandma's brother's wife,
Wife.
Okay. And who is
Herschel.
Charles William Day?
That's the one who
Now-
died in a plane crash.
This is the son of Herschel,
The son of Herschel.
but they died,
He's the son? And he came to live with
and
Grandma
he came to live at our house
on the farm.
on the farm.
Okay, and then he, and how long was he with you until he went to the war? Did he,
Right.
Did he help on the farm and do all the
Oh
chores?
yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes, he
Because
was.
Bill Day was a big deal. You called him Bill Day, right?
We called him. His name was William, and we called him Bill.
Okay.
And yeah, he lived on the farm. But he was there when I was born.
He was.
Yeah, he was like a brother to me because he was always there. You know, he had to work real hard.
And then he'd come back and pick you up in that poor Chevrolet. Oh,
Right.
God, gravy, he drove that to
Now,
death.
where is Uncle Jim buried? In Kansas?
He's out in Kansas.
He's in Kansas.
Yeah, where he lived.
So did Uncle Jim and Bill sleep together in the same room?
They did.
They did. They
They
grew up
did.
together. Okay.
Oh, although he was quite a lot older,
Right.
because Jim came
After you.
2 years after me.
Now, Jim is buried in the cemetery of Garden City,
Garden City.
of Wichita.
But
Thank-
not because of the service.
No,
He was like pesticides.
in the spring.
He was spraying.
Evidently, that's what.
Oh, where's the little sign? Okay.
I'm not gonna get the whole thing because of this tree,
Okay.
but I think that's okay.
So you went to high school here, Mom?
Okay, hold still, Adam.
Oh, good.
And Dad.
And
Both
Dad.
of them graduated from here.
I'll leave them on your chair, thank you.
Okay, this is really not good.
And there are the Panthers.
This is
Your dad's mother's, it would be his grandmother.
my dad's grandmother. Okay.
Well, now wait a minute. That's the grandfather, and this is the grandmother.
Okay. This is Mama. So this is Mama,
Uh-huh.
and this was your granddad.
My granddad.
That was the one that used to smoke cigars and watch the baseball games.
No,
No.
no. This Granddad McCready ran a store downtown, didn't make it. And depression came in and he went to Peoria and he worked for Maytag in Peoria. And he used to come back and forth on the interurban on weekends.
Okay.
And then times got real tough and he and his wife moved in with us.
Oh.
And he died in our home.
Wait a minute. They both moved in with you?
Yeah, for a while.
What year did they live with you? Do you remember?
Oh, gosh, I was in grade school.
You were in grade school.
And he died of a heart attack.
He died of a heart attack.
And that. Oh yeah.
To do
Oh,
outside of to make bulk deliveries in the big tanker truck, the big truck.
He was a private in the U.S. Army.
And he did not get to go. The war ended before he got to go overseas.
Okay.
I would. And I love those people. Oh,
She's the one that cooked for
Now you probably
This is
remember.
the gas station, right?
You probably remember them a little bit, don't you?
Are these the grandparents that were at the
This
gas
is the
station?
one that did the cigar.
Okay, he had that. We have a chair up in the attic from them still. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Is he the one that smokes cigars?
Pardon?
But he's the baseball smoke cigar one?
Yes, he's the cigar guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And every basketball game at the high school, he went.
Okay.
But she was. She was so good to me.
Okay.
Right.
Hewitt.
Alice and Louis.
Yeah.
Okay, they were the parents
They were the
of
parents.
Myrtle Beggs.
All right.
Jim
Myrtle.
Beggs. No, not Jim. Myrtle and Corrington's over here somewhere.
All right. They're over there.
Right here.
Corrington.
Corrington. Okay.
There were 4 of those that was
Jesse and John.
Jesse Corrington.
and Myrtle.
Okay. And what about the oysters?
Okay, no.
Granddad said that they had, I think this is right, that they had lots of money and their farm was huge and they used to have these parties and they invited these people from everywhere and they would have oysters shipped by the barrel from Boston for all these parties. And that's what he remembers about them.
And get the military stuff straightened out.
We have pictures of all of these.
This is
Oh, we do
Reuben's
already?
dad.
Uh-huh.
Okay. John L. Douglas is Reuben's dad.
Right.
Okay.
And this is a
Ashel.
facial.
Ashel, who had Levi, who had Reuben,
Who had another
who
one,
had another one,
and it goes down to Granddad.
and it goes down to Granddad.
He's the first one that we have in the scrapbook.
First one, the scrapbook. Okay.
He's the first.
This is, go ahead.
And we had,
This is the Berea Church.
this is where I attended all of my growing up years. And the schoolhouse was over there where that was the schoolhouse.
Where that house is?
Right.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So that house is where the schoolhouse was?
Right. Right. It was a one-room schoolhouse. We had all 8 grades.
It was
And,
one room.
Uh-huh. And then at Christmas time,
Uh-huh.
we used to have, we always presented programs from the school at this church.
Okay.
And we'd come over here and practice. And, oh my, I had a lot to learn. I can remember Mother saying, I can't imagine learning all that. I had a stack of papers. I was the only girl in school for a while.
You had to be Mary and
I
everything
had to
else.
be everybody
Well, you had to be everybody in the thing.
that performed. Well, I lived down like a quarter of a mile
Okay.
on the highway, and I used to skate to school. Yeah. I don't remember anything really bad about it. I think I didn't fall down or.
So why did you skate to school that day?
Well, I skated to school a lot of days.
So what happened?
nothing special. I mean, I don't remember.
tell me
Where was
the
the
day
road
it-
you skated on?
Remember,
Was this it?
is that the road you skated on?
It'd be this road, but
Oh, my.
but I was down. My house was down that
But
way
you
from
skated,
the school,
right?
so I skated not here.
Tell about
on
the
this-
semi driver.
Huh?
The semi driver
The
picked
semi
you up.
driver picked you up. Story.
Well, he did, and I was walking that day, and he stopped and asked if I wanted to ride, and I said, well, I didn't know for sure if I should ride with him, but I got in, and I was afraid to tell Mother because I thought she wouldn't want me to ride with that truck driver, but anyway, it was fine. She was just okay with it, and I was so surprised and relieved. I thought I had done something bad, but it was good. I love this church.
So why did he pick you up? Did you fall
Huh?
down?
No, well, I think I
fell down from
I
the
think
truck.
I did. Yeah.
And he picked you up.
Yeah.
Now, who were the families that went here with you that you remember the most?
Well, right back here, you go back here and up a little drive, and I'm trying to think of their name.
It said Berea on that little wrought iron.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, we got to go back and get that.
Marge Stewart lived down this road,
And
which
we
was
go-
your very best friend
Well,
During
she
your-
was my, yeah.
during your growing up years.
When did you go to that church, Mom?
Oh, well, from the time I was probably.
No, this has been gone for several years.
Has it?
Sorry, Barb.
Well, I didn't even know that. It's on this side, yes.
Okay.
Oh, so many cards. Mother brought home. I brought home all those
All the
pages of things I had to learn. And Mother said, "My land, I don't know how you're going to learn all that, but somehow I managed." Okay, I think I'll take it off.
Okay, here. Isn't it darling?
Look here, Mom.
And Maria, does that?
Okay, Mom, you went to school here.
Can you see the planting? Can you sit? Yeah, yeah.
This is where you went to school, right?
This is it.
From when did you start? How young were you?
I was in first grade.
And you
I
went,
suppose I was 6
and then you went here until how old?
through 8.
Through 8th grade.
Through 8th grade. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Through 8.
And that's the road you roller skated on, right?
Through
That's what you roller skated on.
8. Right.
Down there in the creek. And our tree is still out there somewhere.
Honey, I don't.
So was there a porch here, Mom?
There was a front porch.
There was a front, well, do you want the front porch of the house?
It wasn't like this at all. Now my bedroom was up there.
That was your bedroom?
That was